We have here the MUTT GT-SS 250. Let's do a review. Before we talk about the bike, let's talk about MUTT. From the United Kingdom, they're the newest brand to enter the Philippine market and specialize in custom building bikes. Distributor nila ang UAGI, the same brand behind Cherry and Photon here. So, how much is the MUTT GT-SS 250? Same as its engine, it's 250,000 Philippine pesos. So, is it worth it? The design of this bike is retro looking. What we have in front is a halogen headlight and two LED turn indicators, and what we have behind is also an LED tail light. Here in the fuel tank, it has a stripe design that gives it a lot of character. Here in front, we have a telescopic fork suspension, and for the back, we have a twin shock suspension. For the wheels, we have an 18-inch wrap in 120/90, and for the rear, we have an 18-inch wrap in 130/80. Here for your instrument cluster, you have an analog tach with a mini LED display wherein you can see your fuel level, speed, gear, and mileage. Let's get back onto the bike. With a seat height of 830mm and I'm 5'9", I'm almost flat-footed. The seat is quite comfortable and it's very soft. It's good for long distance or touring. For the fuel tank, it has a 17-liter with a dry weight of 140 kilograms. It's quite heavy, but once you get going, you won't feel the weight anyways. Before we go, let's do a sound check. Now we're on the road. The first thing I can say is that it's responsive. Powering this bike is a 250cc 4-stroke single-cylinder Suzuki GN engine that produces 21 horsepower and 18 Nm of torque, paired to a 5-speed manual transmission. When accelerating, you'll immediately feel that the throttle is very responsive, power delivery is good for its weight, shifting gears is smooth as well, very easy to find the clutch engagement point, making it a very beginner-friendly bike. Handling is excellent. As long as you're moving, it doesn't feel heavy at all, and it takes Manila roads quite well. Braking power is also really good and responsive. The ride quality is smooth and the suspension absorbs bump really well. In fact, I didn't even have to slow down that much on a railroad crossing. The comfort is really good for cruising, like I mentioned earlier, good for the long rides. The only thing we notice is that we feel the heat from the engine while stuck in traffic. Nevertheless, it's really comfy and you feel safe while riding this. For fuel economy, we got an average of 34 kilometers per liter. So again, is it worth it? For me, definitely. You don't need to build your own custom bike, but if you want to, you still can. And the engine is a Suzuki engine which guarantees reliability. The only thing they need to do now is to prove themselves to the Philippine market. Here in your instrument cluster, you can see you have